rate in College Township on the Lamont Corridor route. On Penn State's campus, 30% of buses were on time. In State College Borough, it's 45%. But in Patton Township, it's only 15% on time. Penn State student Kate Hildebrandt was one of the documenters on the project. Her team found CATA riders simply learned how to navigate barriers rather than trust the buses.
It seems like CATA is not doing a lot to upkeep those bus stops and stuff as we get further out of State College and the university.
But she hopes these findings can result in heightened awareness or positive changes.
It's paid for by taxpayer money, so taxpayers should be able to rely on it.
Among other results, 12 of the documenters found that some drivers took mid-route breaks that also caused delays. The results will be sent to CATA themselves for review, and we'll have reaction from them after.
Coming up next, skyrocketing fuel prices and the serious effects they're having on everything from schools to airlines and more.
Plus, as college students get ready to graduate and enter the job market, a look at the challenges they're facing.
Our message is pretty clear. Hey, difficult times we're experiencing now.
And the latest on the Artemis moon mission as the crew prepares to return to Earth later today, and the inspiration the trip is having on a new generation.
To me, I think that this really defines like a new generation of space travel.
The Center County Report starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Mia Tricarico.
And I'm Andy Lee. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story, high gas prices are starting to have more serious effects across Pennsylvania, and it's not just on everyday drivers. Reporter Jeremy Rose is live with more. Jeremy?
Andy, the average price of regular gas right here at Sheetz is well over $4 per gallon, with the cost of diesel up over $6. Those high prices will impact everything from school districts to transportation companies.
As fuel prices skyrocket because of the Iran war, the extra costs are not only hitting drivers like you and me harder, they're also affecting school districts, trucking companies, airlines, and more. School districts nationwide say diesel costs are already cutting into their school budgets. One district in Texas said it paid $10,000 more this month than last to fill up buses. And in Denver, they've seen a 44% increase in bus fuel costs. Some districts are moving money to cope, including purchase freezes and deferred maintenance. We asked the State College School District and School Board about the issue, but they declined to comment. Here in Pennsylvania, the average price of diesel is $6.11 per gallon. That's up more than $1 from a month ago. Fuel costs are affecting others too, including fire companies. And some airlines are raising baggage fees, claiming higher costs are hurting their bottom line.
Looking ahead, experts are also saying those high fuel costs can impact summer travel as the price of airlines continues to rise, as does the price of a road trip with your family. Reporting live, I'm Jeremy Rose. Back to you.
Fuel prices are just one challenge for companies across Pennsylvania and the nation in this fragile economy, and graduating college students are nervous about hiring as their job searches pick up steam. Olivia Swigart has that story.
College commencement is only a month away. That means thousands of graduating students are on the hunt for jobs. What they're facing is a challenging economy. Some companies are laying off workers, others are cutting budgets. Unemployment is above 4%. Many companies that are hiring want candidates with experience, putting some college grads at a disadvantage. Penn State student Alex Boyce got an offer for a full-time job after graduation. He says networking was the key.
I wouldn't actually be able to get that job without actually my connections from my fraternity. Also another engineer, and he told me a little bit about it. And I just feel like most of the people I know that have jobs now got their jobs through people they knew.
According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, companies are projecting a 1.6% increase in hiring for the class of 2026 compared to last year. But as that hiring rate increases, so does the number of graduates entering the job market. Many students have been applying to lots of companies, but in most cases, they're not hearing back from anywhere at all. Penn State offers resources to help students navigate the job hunt at the Career Services Center. Senior Director Bob Orndorff says he sees the concern from students about companies not hiring or responding.
Our message is pretty clear. Hey, difficult times we're experiencing now, and when you have a tough job market, and that always ripple effects into a tough internship market as well.
He says it's important to lean on Penn State's alumni base of more than 800,000 people to help make connections. In University Park, I'm Olivia Swigart for the Center County Report.
Here's a positive note for spring grads. The percentage of recruiting in the spring is increasing and is now up to 37% for full-time hires. That's according to the National Association of Colleges and Employers.
The borough of Millheim has been under a strict water boil advisory for the past 6 weeks, but it looks like that may finally end soon. Reporter Kiera Cannon has the details.
For the past 6 weeks, residents in Millheim have been boiling their water before using it, after serious issues were found in the borough's aging water system. Officials say the problem stemmed from maintenance issues at the town's 30-year-old water plant, where fixing one issue has often revealed another.
Our water plant was built in 1995, so it's a little over 30 years old. We are at a point of needing significant maintenance. And really what we have found as we've gone through the system has been sort of, and I've said this before, sort of a domino effect of issues with a pretty old water system.
The advisory, first issued in mid-February, has impacted more than 400 households and businesses in the Penns Valley town.
Residents can still use tap water for things like showering and washing clothes. They've had to boil water for drinking and cooking, something that has disrupted a lot of their daily routines.
Now, borough leaders say repairs are almost done, with final parts arriving and testing expected to follow.
We have a brand new team in place. We have new vendors in place. We have new engineers in place, and we've really overhauled all of this when we saw some of the maintenance that needed to be handled and dealt with. And then as we were trying to correct things, we realized that frankly, we needed some more folks in place that are going to be helpful for us.
Officials say once repairs are wrapped up, the system will be flushed and tested. And if everything meets safety standards, the advisory could soon be lifted.
Reporting in Millheim, I'm Kiera Cannon with the Center County Report.
Officials say if they have questions about the advisory and what's next, they can contact Borough Council.
It's still unclear whether the government will appeal a judge's decision to release a State College man in ICE custody. Subu Vadam was taken into federal custody in October after a judge freed him after his years-old murder conviction was overturned. ICE is holding Vadam on an old deportation order. The Department of Homeland Security has until May 4th to appeal the latest decision.
4 counties in Pennsylvania are making millions of dollars from holding immigrants for federal authorities. According to a report from Spotlight PA, the counties have earned more than $21 million in recent years through agreements with ICE. The topic is gaining attention as immigration enforcement increases nationwide. The counties are Clinton, Erie, Franklin, and Pike.
A fire on Penn State's University Park campus caused a brief evacuation this week. It happened Wednesday at the Benkovic Chemistry Building. Firefighters arrived to find a fire in a vent hood in one room. They evacuated the building, put out the fire, and checked to make sure the flames didn't spread. There's no word yet on a cause. Penn State is launching a new hazing awareness and prevention program that's available to university student groups and employees statewide. Hazing has been a key topic at Penn State since the death of student Tim Piazza 9 years ago. The goal of the new program is to recognize hazing and the risks and learn how to safely intervene. That includes identifying things students may not recognize as hazing.
Here at Penn State and at other colleges and universities across the country, there have been deaths that resulted in hazing. And again, going back to what I said the first time, safety and security is our most important thing. This is why we're here. We're not here to break up somebody's good time on a Friday night. We're here for your safety.
To introduce the new program, University Police are partnering with the Our Voice Center for events and other resources. Sessions for the new program are about 30 minutes long, and information can be found at police.psu.edu.
In just a few hours, the NASA Artemis II mission is set to end with a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Reporter AJ Nemitz says the astronauts have traveled further from Earth than any humans ever in history.
1, booster ignition, and liftoff.
After a spectacular launch, stunning photos, and a historic trip around the moon, the first crewed mission there in more than 50 years is almost back to Earth after 10 days. For Penn State aerospace engineering student Carson Battle, it's modern-day history.
To me, I think that this really defines a new generation of space travel.
NASA's Artemis II mission sent 4 astronauts on a flyby of the moon, the first step toward putting boots back on the surface in the next few years.
The big difference this time is as opposed to just visiting and coming back, the intent is to eventually stay and set up a permanent presence on the moon.
As the Orion spacecraft looped around the moon, the 4-person crew traveled more than 252,000 miles from Earth, setting a new record for the furthest distance of a human spaceflight.
Just proving that we can execute that is very important for the future of space travel.
The milestone came during a dramatic flyby of the moon's far side, where communication with Earth was cut off for about 40 minutes, one of the longest communication blackouts in space travel history.
Houston copies. We'll see you on the other side.
During that flyby, astronauts captured new views of the moon's far side. This terrain is rarely seen by the human eyes, and they also got to witness the iconic Earthrise from deep space.
As humans, we're explorers. We've always been explorers. So now this is a natural extension of humanity, sort of beginning to explore the solar system and maybe eventually the universe.
To get home, the spaceship will use the moon's gravity to slingshot back toward Earth, testing critical systems that will be used on future missions. In University Park, I'm AJ Nemitz for the Center County Report.
The mission will wrap up with a splashdown around 8 tonight in the Pacific Ocean. I can't wait to see that tonight.
It's exciting for sure. Coming up, we check the weekend weather forecast, and it's Pride Month at Penn State, but members of the LGBTQ community say they're frustrated with new laws around the nation. A closer look at what they are saying.
When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile.
Todd's a joy.
Yes.
Todd's really is a great joy.
And you. Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Keep going, keep going.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Pennsylvania's first underground state park is officially opening this month. Laurel Caverns in Hopwood, Fayette County is the state's 125th state park. It's also the first new one since 2022. The cavern begins tours for this season on April 22nd.
Voting is underway at Penn State on whether to unionize faculty statewide. Voting continues through May 6th. In a statement, the university says, quote, "As an institution, we support the principles of democratic participation and respect our faculty's right to decide whether they wish to be represented by a union, and we encourage all eligible voters to review information from a variety of sources and make the choice they believe is best."
It's Pride Month at Penn State, but some students say new laws aimed at limiting LGBTQ rights have them concerned. Ashley Mascaro has the story.
This is one of many events highlighting Penn State's Pride Month celebration throughout April. The university is known as one of the most LGBTQ-friendly colleges in the nation. But in other parts of the country, some states are enacting stricter anti-transgender laws. Penn State Opulence President Zach Walborn says it's frustrating.
It's something that is near and dear to my heart as part of the trans community. Seeing it happen before my very eyes is something that is infuriating.
At the federal level, the Education Department terminated agreements with 5 school districts and a college protecting rights for transgender students. The International Olympic Committee has banned transgender females from competing in the 2028 LA Games, and Utah and Idaho have banned pride flags in government buildings and schools.
Being told to disallow the flying of pride flags, of something that is supposed to be a symbol for resiliency and for coming together and community building, and having it turned into a token of division, it's disheartening.
Penn State organizations, including queer business leaders, host ongoing events. Vice President Hannah Sorella says it's all about inclusion.
We have a variety of meetings. We have a lot of ones for professional development. We have workshops where we get the opportunity to bring companies in, whether they're recruiting or giving our club members skills.
Chasm founder Emma Duffy says there are struggles right now.
I think it's definitely a tense time, especially to be a queer person and proud. And it's really deterring for students and for children that are trying to kind of develop their own identities.
But Penn State LGBTQ organizations say they'll keep celebrating. The Center for Sexual, Gender, and Diversity is hosting events all month long. In State College, I'm Ashley Mascaro for the Center County Report.
For a full list of Penn State Pride Month events, check out the Student Affairs website.
Stellar start to the weekend with beautiful blue skies over top of the Penn State golf courses. And to top that off, we have a current temperature of 66 degrees. That is 10 degrees above our average high for this time of year, and it's only expected to get warmer as we head through your day. As you can see, in the late afternoon hours, we're hitting highs around 74, maybe even 75 degrees, and later in the night, we do see a cool down, but not quite yet. Currently, we're sitting in the mid to high 60s, with it being a little bit cooler in the southeast portion of the Commonwealth, but it is going to warm up for them as we head throughout the rest of the day. Taking a live look at our radar and satellite, mostly clear conditions over the entirety of Pennsylvania, but you can see some rain up to the northwest over Erie. And that is because of a cold front over top of the Great Lakes region that's going to be pushing through later tonight, and that's going to be making our Saturday a little bit chilly. Now, that rain isn't expected to hit until around 6 p.m. We do have a softball game today at Penn State, and that, if you are going to that, make sure you bring an umbrella in case these rain showers impact that towards the end of the game. Now, as we head into the early morning hours of Saturday, that rain should have completely moved out of the Commonwealth, leaving behind a few scattered clouds, but as high pressure settles into the area afterwards, we should be seeing beautiful, clear conditions and light winds throughout the entirety of your Saturday. Now, again, today is going to be the warmest day of the weekend with a high of 75. That's almost 20 degrees above our average high for this time of the year, with mostly sunny conditions until those rain showers make their way through and that cold front cools us down to a low of around 45 degrees. Bit of a wind increase as well before that cold front fully moves through and high pressure settles in, leaving us at a high of 61 and sunny and mild with lighter winds out of the northwest. Now your 7-day, that warm pattern is expected to continue into next week, where we see the chance for showers return in the early week, but we also see the chance for us to make it to almost 85 degrees. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot wait for that warm up.
Me too. Spring has officially sprung. I can't wait for all the greenery and all the flowers to blossom.
I love the warm weather, you know. Nothing screams spring quite like the Masters weekend with all the sports being underway. Now, here's Kate with sports.
Coming up in sports, spring football practice at Penn State will soon be coming to an end. We check in to see what's new with the coach. Also ahead, Penn State's boxing team hits the road to a national competition. The club has a long, proud history. We take a closer look.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And if you're like me, your pets mean the world to you. And if disaster strikes, saving them is a priority. Learn how to keep your best friends safe at AmericanHumane.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
I'm Kate Howie with sports. It's week 3 of spring practice for Penn State football, and head coach Matt Campbell is working to strengthen the team. While drills, lifting in the weight room, and adjusting to new offensive and defensive systems have been a key focus this spring, Campbell says there's even more to it.
There's a lot of growth process, so just showing up isn't good enough. How you study every day, how you prepare, how you take care of your body, all those things have really been our emphasis. And
Campbell said yesterday's practice was a step in the right direction for the team. They have 2 weeks left before returning to Beaver Stadium for the Blue-White Open practice on April 25th. Penn State men's basketball is facing a roster overhaul as 7 players have announced plans to enter the transfer portal. Caden Mingo, Penn State's highest-rated recruit, announced he'll enter the portal after spending his first season with the Nittany Lions. Other players joining him are Eli Rice, Mason Blackwood, Melly Tunja, Freddie DeLeon V, and Justin Hauser. The legal case involving Penn State hockey star Gavin McKenna is moving forward. McKenna was set to be arraigned this week, but his lawyers waived it. He faces a misdemeanor assault charge. He's accused of punching and breaking a man's jaw after an altercation outside a bar. The case will now move forward to its next phase. To high school baseball now. State College will try to break a 2-game losing streak tomorrow when the Little Lions visit Central Mountain. They're coming off a 4-1 loss at home Wednesday against Cumberland Valley. The Eagles scored 4 runs in the first 3 innings. The Little Lions' only run came in the 6th inning from Connor Kolka. State College is now 3-3 on the season. Penn State Club Boxing is competing in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend for a national title. I went to their practice before. They hit the road to see how they're getting ready. Penn State's proud boxing history began over a century ago in the 1920s. For more than 30 years, it was the #1 varsity sport at the university and won 5 championships. Today, it's a club sport, but the passion and tradition still runs strong.
I've always loved being part of something bigger than myself. You know, I think there's virtue in that, being part of a team.
The club is now heading on the road this weekend to represent Penn State in the National Collegiate Boxing Association competition. But without NCAA support, every dollar counts. For Penn State Club Boxing, Nationals is funded through donations. That support they receive through donations is making Nationals a reality for the team.
So being able to go to Nationals with my teammates and put on for them, put on for the school even, it's like a 1 in a million experience, like a 1 in a million opportunity even. I'm excited.
The team chose 10 boxers to compete. And for boxers like Daniel Semmett, this opportunity is the result of years of hard work.
I really had to build myself from scratch, and here I am. It's my senior year, and I'm really looking forward to compete. So to go to nationals is like, I mean, to me, it's like genuinely a dream come true.
Penn State's boxing passion goes beyond just competing for nationals. For these boxers, it's much more.
Being in a room with all these like-minded people, like all day after class, is exactly where I want to be.
Head coach Derek Roth has noticed the team's hard work firsthand and feels confident headed into nationals.
This group is really put together mentally and physically, and I think we're going to be coming back with some belts.
Among the boxers representing Penn State are 5 women. This year marks the 50th year of the NCBA national title competition. That's all for sports. So Andy and Mia, are there any boxing skills I should know about?
Maybe a 1-2 jab or an uppercut.
For me, it's about staying light on your feet, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Thanks, Kate. Coming up next, the #1 small college town in the USA may be closer than you think. We checked the new list that just came out.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Take control at ready.gov/olderadults.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
State College just earned a national honor in the top spot on a competitive list. USA Today has released its list of the 10 best small college towns in America. The entries were nominated by an expert panel and voted by readers. State College is number 1. The list cites Penn State and highlights events like sports and festivals. And it says the town has year-round excitement that blends student life with local charm. Number 2 was Blacksburg, Virginia, and number 3 was Murray, Kentucky.
I would have to agree with you. State College is truly one of the greatest college towns that I've been to.
Congrats to State College. And that's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us next Friday for our next local news update.
But you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Senator County Report X. And you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a good weekend.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. And it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us. Operation Homefront, they've really been a blessing.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of, they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
The new Walk EMS experience was so uplifting. All of us are coming together, not only for that walk day, but for every day.
I love the energy at Walk MS. It is community, it is family. I can ride that high for the rest of the year.
A cure is on the line for me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.
It's a stunning Asian country with huge mountains, lakes, and bustling cities. But it also features thousands of miles of rich farmland and a history of nomads.
This is Kazakhstan, the 9th largest nation in the world.